Hemophilia is a chronic bleeding disorder affecting hundreds of thousands of people worldwide. And ahead of World Hemophilia Day, the community is connecting through a creative awareness program. Joining me now is author Jonathan Hill and advocate Val Bias. They are here with more. Thank you so much for being with us.
Hi.
Hello.
So, Jonathan, what inspired you to write your graphic novel about living with and surviving hemophilia?
Well, as you mentioned, we're excited to be here today to help honor World Hemophilia Day, which is this Friday. I wrote Blood of the Paladin, the graphic novel, to help capture the history and strength of the bleeding disorders community and raise awareness about the challenges that people living with the bleeding disorders face on a daily basis, despite many advances in medical treatment and technology.
And how has creative expression helped you cope with these health challenges?
Well, that's a great question. One of the things I discovered at a fairly young age was the power of my imagination or creativity to allow for a doorway to escape or drown out the pain that I was experiencing, or to help cope with the loneliness and isolation that I often experienced living with a bleeding disorder. And one of the ways I did that was through a game I love called Dungeons and Dragons, which is a role-playing game played with a group of friends around a table with dice. And together we'd create fantastic worlds filled with wizards and knights, dragons and treasure, where we'd go on epic adventures without limitations and without disabilities.
Do you have any advice for those who are coping with a chronic health condition or just struggling during this time of the pandemic?
Sure. One of the things I think is very important is to develop a toolkit of strategies to help you manage the challenges that you're facing, whether it's a chronic medical condition or just living with the pandemic. As I mentioned, creativity, imagination, whether it's through writing or reading or playing music or even gardening, is a great tool. Also, surrounding yourself with a support team of friends and loved ones that care about you, which you can be honest with about your medical condition and challenges, and can help advocate for you when you can't, is also very important. Becoming your own medical advocate. This is something it's taken me my whole life to really learn how to do. And that's to educate yourself fully on your medical condition and to lead the medical team in making decisions on treatment. Because your doctors and nurses are just there to help guide you. In the end, you're the one that has to live with the treatment decisions that you choose to take. And then I guess finally, following my dad's advice, which is to remember to put one foot in front of the other and just keep moving. Life and medical challenges never stop, and they keep coming at you. And you need to develop the strength to continue to get up and keep going and not be dragged down by them.
Val, what are some of the challenges facing the hemophilia community?
I think the biggest challenges are advancement in treatment and care. As treatment gets better, as hemophilia faces the age of gene therapy, which will very much look like a cure for hemophilia, the community that has always been a close-knit network of people supporting each other, effectively advocating for access to care, access to treatments, will grow apart because they don't need as much care as they needed before. They'll begin to become independent. We wonder if that independence will lead to a deterioration of their hemophilia treatment center network, which are specialists that focus on hemophilia, whether that camaraderie at the national and the local and national organizations will begin to dissipate, whether we'll even have camp where I met Jonathan when he was a little boy. Will those things continue to exist as treatments get better?
And where can viewers go for more information?
And as Jonathan indicated, we're celebrating World Hemophilia Day this week. The World Federation of Hemophilia, WFH.org, can tell you what it looks like around the world. Save One Life an organization that helps individuals with bleeding disorders around the world. On the national level, there's the National Hemophilia Foundation, nhf.org. They have a variety of information on bleeding disorders, research, treatment that's available to everyone. Hemophilia Federation of America is another national organization, and the Coalition for Hemophilia B that focuses on particular bleeding disorder are all available online. I encourage people to look them up. I encourage people to get involved. There are 52 chapters around the country, and they can all use volunteers, and they can provide great information.
And Jonathan, one last question. Just wanted to know where they can go for your book.
Yeah, if you go to www.bloodofthepaladin.com, you can learn much more about the project. We have a podcast associated with the graphic novel, and you can also, free of charge, order a copy to be sent to yourself so you can read about my journey with a bleeding disorder and other conditions that I face. And this is all made possible and thanks to our partners and supporters, Believe Limited and BioMarin, who helped us bring together the creative team to bring this story to the world.
All right, Jonathan and Val, thank you so much for being here and shedding light on such an important topic. We appreciate it. And we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.